Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. I can't thank you all enough for your love, support, and kindness during this time. There are times throughout our lives where major events occur and they make us take a step back before we can take another one forward. After some time of reflection and healing, I am back now, stronger than ever, to dive into your readings for 2025. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. And those that have been with us throughout the duration, we are so grateful for you. My name is Rayla, and I am a psychic medium. All of the readings you will see on my channel and otherwise are spirit-led. I simply use a tarot as a tool for additional insights and clarity. All right, let's dive into our first reading for 2025. I want to start off by looking at the entire year ahead for each sign. All right? My goal today and always is going to be to provide you clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, these readings aren't one-to-one, so if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. All right, this reading is for my beautiful Scorpio friends. And I'm not sure if you saw what popped out, but your first card that came out was the Star. Now, I've been drawing cards for the calendar year reading. However, when a card pops out, we certainly take it because that's just an extra wink that it's meant for you. And again, it was the Star that came out. So it's a good beginning for my beautiful Scorpion friends. So as I draw the cards, I want to reflect a little bit on 2024, kind of like how you left it, you know, how the year ended for you and how you're transitioning into 2025. So many of you are giving me a sense of an overwhelming, I don't want to say burden, but you just have a tremendous amount of responsibility on your hands in your life. So whether that's career, family, children, grandchildren, some friendships, coworkers, things of that nature, it just feels very heavy for you as far as emotionally and what you have going on in your life. For some of you, it looks as though, and I'm just kind of going over some of the visions that Spirit is kind of laying out for me as I draw these cards. A lot of you are caring for elderly parents. You're a caregiver to someone. That responsibility is very heavy on you, and that is coming through very strongly. So prayers for you all during this time. And understand, I know many of us do it for the right reasons, because we love them, we want to take care of them. But know that there's some karmic reward because of your devotion and your love for them. And that will, even though I haven't drawn all the cards, that's just the feeling I'm getting coming into 2025. So for those of you that haven't been caring for a loved one or anything of that nature, there have been some good deeds perhaps that you've been partaking in or being a part of, right? And understand what you give, it comes back. And sometimes in this lifetime, sometimes in the next, and so on. But there's like a weight that's being lifted for you guys in 2025. And I automatically felt that some of you thought, oh my gosh, am I going to lose someone I love? Things of that nature. Let's take a look at the cards, but it's more of perhaps you're getting help from someone else. Perhaps you're getting some assistance. Your family member is in a place where this isn't just your journey alone. You know, it could be all kinds of things coming through, or something completely different that kind of shines upon you in 2025. Now, in all of my readings, I have not been called to do this, but in yours I was. So they asked me also to show the bottom of the deck. And it's the Chariot for you guys, okay? This is the overall energy encompassing for 2025 for you guys. So you're charging ahead, okay? Regardless of the situations that are going to come your way, your head is held high and you're charging ahead, and there absolutely is some positive momentum, okay, and karma coming your way. I can feel that very strongly for you guys. So while this, would typically mean January and this being December, I just kind of look at the cards and I read, and whatever spirit gives me is what I'm going to give you. Oftentimes, spirit will say, hey, this is the next 90 days, this next 6 months, and so on. If that information is brought forward, I will absolutely share it with you. Excuse me. Remember, timing is fluid. So what may be happening for some of you at the beginning of the year, it actually will happen towards the end of the year. Be flexible is what Spirit is sharing with me regarding 2025, okay? Let's dive in. So the first card you received, which I have to say, this has been the most positive first 4 months that I have seen so far in any reading, my beautiful Scorpion friends. So that karma that I was talking to you about that's coming your way for your good deeds and things of that nature, I can feel it, and now we can see it. The star, it's twofold, okay? For some of you, this means that you're coming to a place where perhaps some of your responsibilities, some of the emotional things that you're feeling, you're getting relief from that, okay? Then we have the King of Cups, the Lovers, and Nine of Wands. Automatically, Spirit went straight here. This doesn't necessarily mean that a relationship is coming your way. This means that a lot of the relationships that are in your life will flow better, okay? There's better communication. There's better times ahead. It could also mean someone is coming into your life, okay? That embodies that. Spirit is asking you to draw this into your life, okay, for 2025. So for an example, they're showing me a collective group of people, right? So let's say you have, 4 or 5 people that you speak to, whether coworkers, family members, things of that nature, and friends. You know those that have your best interest at heart and that really care about you, all right, and then communicate with you. And then there's others that are in and out, and then there's some that are just for themselves. Spirit wants you to kind of take stock in these individuals, and not so much putting them, in any kind of category, but give to those that give to you, okay? The relationships are going to blossom more. You're going to have better times. Rather than focusing on individuals that really don't give you anything in return, as far as emotional support when you need it, etc. All right? So this is just a focus on those relationships that matter to you, all right, to bring more out of them. The King of Cups, you've been going through what it feels to be a very difficult time. We've kind of already discussed that. Again, with the Star and the King of Cups, you're more standing in your ground now. You're not feeling so defeated, okay? There was a sense of defeat and just exhaustion coming through from 2024. It's kind of a new layer is beginning for you, right? There's more of an optimistic, good time coming for you. It's like you have your head on straight a little bit better. I know a lot of times when you're overwhelmed with things in your life, your mind can get chaotic and you can go down, a bit of a rabbit hole, right? But it's almost like you're recentering yourself at the beginning of the year, all right? So this is really beautiful energy. The Nine of Wands here is a depiction for you guys that you've worked so hard. So whether it be in your career, whether it be in the relationships that you've established, co-workers relationships, they're even showing me some neighbors. You've worked really hard, okay, at certain tasks. They're showing me different industries in my vision, okay, so it looks to be career-based. Don't be afraid to take some time off is basically the message that Spirit is giving me. Okay, this also helps you to recenter and refocus. Okay, if you have the ability to take time away from some of your responsibilities, even if it's just a few days, just to do you, okay, perhaps take some time off work if you're able to, have some folks, kind of assist you with your responsibilities outside of work, just so you can get a couple days to do whatever you want, okay, because you've had a very bit of a trying time. And remember, you don't want to burn the candle at both ends. Okay, they're literally showing me a candle burning at both ends. You don't want to continue down that path. All right, you want to be able to reset yourself and give yourself the break that you need. Okay, they're showing me that the duration of the first 6 months of 2025, things are going to be moving very fast. Okay, again, they're showing me an individual holding their head up high with a tremendous amount of strength and patience, okay, for the obstacles in which they're facing. And we touched upon those that were coming into 2024. They may filter. Some of you may continue with those responsibilities that you have, caring for grandchildren, caring for children, perhaps helping a friend out, caring for parents, aunts and uncles, things of that nature. But you're doing it with compassion. You're doing it with love, okay? And that makes all the difference, okay, in the world when you're communicating with others and you're caring for others. It's coming from a really good place, okay? So things are going to move pretty quickly the first 6 months of the year. It looks as though from the Page of Pentacles, so we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Hangman. Some of you, I'm not saying that there's financial difficulty here, but perhaps you're looking at what you have, okay, at this time of the year, and you're wondering to yourself, how can I make this grow? What can I do to flourish my financial status a bit more, okay? For some of you, that will be a little side gig, okay? Something that you've thought of creating that you haven't done, so you haven't had the opportunity. Even if you still are carrying this heavy burden with you through 2025, okay, that's filtering in from 2024, try and carve out some time to create this, all right? Because in essence, this is part of your future. If you want it to be. I mean, you can continue on the same path, the same career. Not saying you're going to leave your job or anything like that, but it's like a little something extra. All right. It's something that you have like a passion for, or you've had a passion for that you just can't devote a lot of time to. Try and have pockets of time where you do that. All right. That's going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you. Try looking at things from a different point of view. Okay. I know a lot of us are set in our ways as far as schedules and things of that nature. Because we have to adhere to them for our jobs and responsibilities, but it may benefit you during this time to look at things from a different perspective. And when I see the Hangman, it often gives me different messages, but the message that Spirit is pulling out of this card at this time is they're wanting you to kind of pull out a little bit and look at your life in a macro level, okay? It's very difficult often in the day-to-day to really kind of dig deep, right? But in having some time off, having a break, kind of reconfiguring, your weeks a little bit better, try to look at things that you can change, okay? And that's also going to help you make more time for something that's important to you. It's important, Spirit is sharing, to keep a balance as much as you can, even though I know sometimes it feels absolutely impossible. I mean, a pure, a quarter pie chart all the way around is almost virtually impossible, it feels like. But it's important for you to flex those numbers a bit more. Give more time to your needs, okay? Find ways where you can get help. You can reduce some hours at work, all right? Talk to the appropriate people. Start the channel of communication, all right? So the tide will lift for you here, all right? Seven of Wands. It feels like internally you guys are kind of like always ready for battle. So this could very well be your career, where it's like it's constant, it doesn't stop, there's constant change, there's constant headaches, turmoil, and it's like you're always walking around with one eye open, right? You're always ready to seize the day. Nine of Swords is this feeling of, it's like something that keeps you up at night. Perhaps all of your responsibilities have gotten to be too much, right? And you're having trouble sleeping. You know, some of you perhaps are going to see a therapist. You have to go see a doctor to assist you with potential options in your life so you can get some rest. They're wanting to pull back to these two cards, okay? Try to see things from a different point of view, all right? And start delegating. They're showing me the word delegating across this card. Let's start delegating some of those responsibilities. Have people pitch in. Talk to your employer. See what you can do to maybe eliminate some of the tasks. Perhaps you've been given too much. Because you don't want this energy to sit with you all of 2025. And just because it's over here at the last quarter, okay, of the year, doesn't mean that it drags with you the whole time, right? Because there's pockets and things and moments you can have and do to minimize this, right? But understand, and the Chariot is being pointed out here. We're going to put it here because it's such an integral part of your 2025. You always push forward no matter what. Like, you are really a trooper is the word that you're just a very resilient person, right? But you have to take care of yourself too. You have to, and that's a main message here for 2025. I feel as though perhaps you've kind of neglected yourself in 2024 because of your responsibilities. All right, so we also have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands, okay? You're a thinker, and that's what Spirit is sharing with me. You're very much a thinker. You're a methodical thinker. You think things through. There's going to, and it looks like for some of you, it's going to be the last quarter, the last 4 months of 2025. You're going to have some ideas that are sprung your way, okay? That through some meditation and some thought, dissecting of some problems, you're going to have like a few light bulb moments is what it looks like. And it's just going to be some sort of relief from what you're going through to alleviate you in another direction. I know that's a bit vague, and I'm sorry, that's what Spirit's giving me, and I want to make sure to give it to you. I hope this resonates with you. And we also have the Knight of Wands. This is a card that represents actually a variety of meanings, but can include energy, confidence, and the need to take action. So it looks as though there's going to be some decisions that you're going to have to be making here towards the end of the year, all right? And they look to benefit you. My Scorpion friends, the overall meaning here, okay, for 2025 is for you to truly dissect some of the situations and problems that you're having. Take the time and reflect, find potential solutions, okay? And it will bring you a more prosperous, calming energy, calming lifestyle for 2025, okay? Now, we are going to draw one final card, your Spirit Animal Oracle card, all right? And we'll see what final message Spirit has for you all today. All right. Badger Endurance. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter the temporary outcome conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. I could find one word that describes my beautiful Scorpion friends for this calendar year. It's endurance. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.